spots which are bulky, just run your thinning shear through it again. I'm trying to create this connection again right above the ear. A soft disconnection, so it's not too blunt. It's a little bit heavy back here, and it's going to need to be a little bit texturized. Picking it up in a 90 degree and running my scissors through it, texturizing shears, and making that lighter. Shifting the weight towards the crown rather than the nape. Always checking the shape in the mirror. Make sure you're getting the desired shape. Use the mirror as a second set of eyes, especially from the profile. I'm going through the hair with my thinning shear, not closing it all the way, just very lightly taking some of the weight off. To make sure I get the desired weightlessness. It's taking the shape that I want. Trying to again shift the body more to the top than the bottom and the sides. Just kind of texturizing all the way around at a 90 degree. And overextending it in the front just to kind of give it some length. It's important to use a wide tooth comb so the haircut comes out loose, it's not too compacted. Now that we're done with the haircut, we've created some nice shape. It's a little bit lighter on top than it is at the bottom. So we're going to go through and we're going to blow dry it by using a brush that's a vent brush for the bottom. So to create it in a way where it's flat at the bottom and on the sides. By sectioning the hair into 3 sections, allowing a little bit more hair in the back than the sides. Nice clean sections. We're going to go ahead and start from the back, and we're going to take a tiny amount of hair right above the occipital bone and start blow drying it under. As I'm blow drying it, I'm keeping it as blow drying it as a natural state, so there's no bend or of any kind. I'm picking it up with my brush just so it doesn't lay too flat, to create a little bit of body. Then on the sides, coming in with a round brush and turning it under slightly, not creating too much curl. just to give it a little bit of definition, a little bit of softness. It's important for the brush to be horizontal to the section. So always keep the brush the same way the section is. I'm going to bring down the back, taking another section. We're going to use our round brush, trying to get a little bit of curl to skirt over the rest of the hair, without making it too full. One more section. Applying a little bit more tension on this section to give it a little bit more height, a little bit more bend. Taking down the rest of the hair, sectioning it again.
The history of life, as we all walk through life.
You want to try to dry the hair at least 2 to 3 sections, and you don't want your sections to be, the hair, you don't want it to be much wider than the brush.
We're going to the top of the mountain in a long trek. In our time,
Laying the hair on the brush, coming straight up, almost like the letter C, picking it up and turning it under, and putting tension with the blow dryer. Blow dryers on high heat and high fan, and just kind of blow drying it a little bit to make sure all the wet spots are dry. Taking the section down from the top, and then we're going to go to our vent brush, and we're going to dry it by picking it up 90 degrees from the scalp, putting the blow dryer real close to it for a good bend to create a lot of body on top. By bending the hair at the roots, it's going to give it plenty of body to stay throughout the rest of the day.